Hey guys, so my email deliverability has been kind of shit this week. As I came back to work from my 10-day short trip vacation, I realized that, yeah, I've been taking too much risks for some of my campaigns. How I realized, well, as you may know, tracking deliverability nowadays is a challenge. I mean, you can't even track open rates anymore and so forth. So I've had to look in between the lines to find out that my emails weren't being delivered. A lot of people were responding to my podcast invites saying that I was in the spam. That's why they were responding late. And let's say when I have 3 or 4 responses out of 10 of people that are telling me this, I'm like, okay, there's a problem. Then I checked here at the health, the deliverability score, my mailboxes, most of them were crap like these. So I was like, okay, I need to fix the deliverability. And it's not been only this week. I've been seeing the telltale signs over the past couple of weeks, past couple of months. Been in cold email outreach since forever. And sometimes it's a gut feeling, but yeah, this week I've started fixing some of these problems. So I'm just gonna give you a couple of tips as per what I've done this week. That is to fix this problem of mine that will happen to you 100% if you do like cold email at scale like I do. So yeah, this one's kind of basic, but just going in my Apollo and removing all unverified contacts. So this can take a while, right? So here I have a list of all my contacts, right? I'm excluding the do not contact and all these status that are not like verified. They're popping up here. So what I'm doing, I'm literally selecting 4,090, yeah, 49,000 contacts at a time. So pardon this brain of mine. And I'm setting the stage as do not contact. So this here, just so you know, I have a huge database. They're not only Apollo contacts. I'm using providers such as Contact Out. I'm using a bunch of other providers, Ample Market. I'm using Marina. I'm using contacts that I scrape myself, and I really want to go safe here, and I only want to email folks that are in the Apollo database that have been verified. Also, for further campaign, I might upload the contacts in Million Verifier if you've used that, just as precaution and security, just to fix my deliverability, which should take, by the way, about a week or two. Um, so all these tips here, typically when you implement them today, in 2 weeks, your mailboxes should be back in health, right? So you should see the score here back to 70, 80, 90% as they should be. Yeah, I've taken risks. Like I said, lately, I've sent a bunch of emails that were quite long with AI. I've sent emails with links straight up. I've sent emails with links in my signature and so forth, which is another point. So I really messed it up, you know. And yeah, sometimes it's good to take risks like this and maybe test stuff, but then you need to fix it, and then you realize that yeah, you what you had is gone, right? So sort of mixed feeling here, but remove all unverified contacts is one. Two, I had some .com links in my signature, so I really trimmed down my signature. For example, here was saying podbuyer.com. Well, I just removed it to podbuyer. Um, then I had some emails with links, right? Even if it's YouTube links and it's like free stuff, I I had to change it. So all these emails in which I was like, hey, check this training out. Instead, I'm like, hey, can I send you the link to that training? It's on the house. So this had to be done. Apollo has a warm up function, which I've been ignoring up to now. I'm re-A/B testing it, but I do recommend that, yeah, you re-warm up your mailbox until they're healthy again. So how do you do that? For example, you go here, and there's this toggle here. If you see that it's 40%, it's pretty bad, right? So you start the ramp up, and you just start the ramp up here. So that is done. I've told you guys about that a couple of weeks before, but yeah, I bought a bunch of new mailboxes, and my preferred warm up with all of these mailboxes, a podcast campaign targeting CEOs, right? Still, and asking them if they'd like to be on my podcast. And that's still my preferred campaign. So right now, probably 90% of my campaign are podcast invite only. That's quite important because no one will flag you as spam for podcasts, right? VS, if you pitch them something that they don't want, they don't need, they might get angry and flag you as spam. By the way, I've checked my uh, flagged as spam level, and it's still incredibly low. So my deliverability is not good because of humans and the stuff that I'm sending that is bad, but because of the fucking bullshit that Google is on and all these extra useless rules, right? Like it's basically bots that are filtering me as spam. It's not humans. So as much as it's unfair and it's stupid, yeah, I need to re-warm up and re-improve the deliverability of all my mailboxes because of these stupid rules. And so should you if you're finding yourself in the spam. Another thing I've been doing is not targeting any businesses with 1,000+ employees. So when I'd be taking risk, I'd be doing that. But now that my deliverability is not so good, I will be targeting smaller businesses because these smaller businesses do not have extensive spam filters. And yeah, that should get my deliverability on track. I've also changed my Sendgrid IP altogether. I was suspecting that, yeah, because on Sendgrid you have shared IPs, right? When you're on Essentials 50K, Essentials 100K plan, you're in an IP that is shared by many people, and if someone messed up and sends them spam from that IP, you might find yourself blacklisted. So what I did, I bought like literally a new IP, and I'm sending from my own dedicated IP right now, which should protect me from spam because I'm sending mostly podcast campaigns, which are quite soft, right? So that's another one that I do recommend. Sendgrid Dedicated IP. Of course, it's more expensive. It's a bit more technical, but you got to do what you got to do, right? And the last thing that I've been A/B testing, again, it's Mailgun. So the account that I'm showing you today, it's sending from Mailgun. So yeah, I really want to fix that problem ASAP, right? So, and when I do it, like me, I'm all about massive action, right? So I'll be A/B testing SendGrid dedicated IP vs Mailgun, seeing which one performs best. There's quite a significant cost associated with SendGrid. I think I'm paying like 350 or $500 a month. So yeah, I'll really need to see the results and some difference. So far, I'm somewhat happy with Mailgun. I mean, today haven't been able to log in the this browser. I think I need to log in a private window, so they're a bit buggy. But yeah, I'm seeing good stats on Mailgun. Um, Yes, Sendgrid seems to be like unchanged, right? Unhinged. So yeah, I've been fixing my deliverability this week. I don't often have to jump into this, like maybe like once every 2 year. This year it hasn't been super pretty. Maybe I've been taking like too much risk on the deliverability side of things, but yeah, I came back from vacation. It was like need to fix that, right? I can have most of my, not most, but high percentage of my emails go to spam. So this is what I've been doing. Most of my clients still have healthy accounts because they don't take much risk on the sending side of things. But yeah, these tips, these 7 tips will help you get out the spam if you've find yourself in the spam. So let me know if you have comments, if you have questions about what was discussed today. I'll be glad to help and provide deliverability tips if you have any questions for me.